So, recently two documents came out, and I'm rather skeptical about them overall. I have gotten some material for the counter-argument from Hamhi's server. I managed to gather info that prove that Hamhi is not as guilty as you say. Before we get started, I recommend you to also watch Hamhi's video about official document. Without any ado, let's jump down in this ocean. Going for the chronology of slides. Starting with the second slide, since the first one is just welcoming us. For context, Haley is a minor, more or so 10 years younger than Hamhi and his friends in the Discord server, but they choose to pick on someone younger than them as a grown man. Not to mention that constantly slight comments on pronouns. If they see someone questioning with pronouns, they stereotype the people as a wall. So, the first thing is, saying that you like someone doesn't necessarily mean a wall. You can like someone simple as a friend. Slight comments on pronouns. If they see someone questionable with the pronouns, they stereotype the people as a wall. Question.
Where is the proof?
You could provide at least some evidence about it, but you didn't.
Alright, this is between me and Haley's conversation. Do you see this? That's it. This is the beginning, and this was all that. You killed her twice, and we just sent little screenshots. And then there's that. That's it! That's it! I don't talk.
Third slide. Being particularly brainwashed. The one who is brainwashed here is you. Hamhi was a Zach's voice and would often defend his back most of the time whenever Zach screwed up. Clearly you can't read at this point, since Cake and Sam explained to you the entire story of Basti incident and all you say is half-assed story. Let me quickly show you those 3 times where Cake explain you everything. The line, he has people who are banned or rejected by the Vampire Hunts 3 community. Rejected by who? Vampire Hunts 3 moderation team? People are literally getting banned for something stupid like Hunter Sense. They're just trying to make us look like a villains here. Never called him a pedo. Bravo. Slide 4 is just... Slide 5. Where did we mention something bad about trans people? You didn't even use search bar feature on Discord to check if your information is true, especially when Hamhi is giving you a solid proof, while yours is just trust me on this one. Hamhi didn't admit anything about hate speech and being transphobic. Read properly, they think. Slide 6. Your screenshot is just very irrelevant. About Technoplay on a server such a thing as NFT doesn't even exist. I don't know where did you find that information. The only thing we were giving him it is a respect. Jack, I hope you will learn more features about Discord. It's gonna be better for you. I'll buy this Discord reference right here. As usual, trust me on this one. And now about boss's situation. You can read it all yourself by simply pausing the video. My conclusion, a lot of things mentioned in this slide are not anyhow backed up by some sort of evidence, and some screenshots are completely irrelevant overall. You're simply exaggerating at some moments. Slide 8 is going to be explained by Hamhi himself. Enjoy.
Obviously, here's the thing now. We're gonna talk about slot number 8. And please, I want you to all listen carefully because here's the thing.
Slot number 8, alright.
Now, here's the thing overall. I'm going to tell you the truth. No bullshit, unfiltered, and it's my store because obviously Z decided to brought it up. What you heard on those screenshots, you see that name? VH2 Exploiter.
Yeah.
I made that account years ago. And if you look at and if you look at it right now, it's not been used since 4 years.
Yeah,
4 years? What is 8?
It has not been used in 4 years. This was
before.
This was before. VH3 was a thing. There's a reason why that account exists. That account is the representation of my atonement and for my vigilante when I was younger. Let's go back a few years now, because remember, none of you know the truth except Zach, Z, Geo, and of course the mod team. This is how it goes. Obviously, VH2 was very corrupted, very bad, and this was whenever Zach was offline and he was, we didn't know VH3 was in the making and all that, right? Me and Philip and a few other VH2 players who are still, unfortunately stuck up with the game, it got worse. To the point where I was like, this can't go on. Is there nothing we can do? I was obviously saying, we're going to report you. I was young. Remember, I still was fresh on the Roblox server itself. And I was like, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing. However, a buddy of mine obviously talked to me, say, well, there is something you can do. What do you mean? Exploits. At first, I brushed it off, like, what are you talking about? There's no such thing. And then after realizing how the whole thing works, I'm like, what? So this is what people have been doing? What did they do? Then, that's the first chapter of my life of how VH2 Exploiter became a thing. Literally, they introduced me to, I believe, the software called Synapse. I was like, okay, this is interesting. But why did these people make it? Do they sell it? Do they profit? This was before, obviously, when Roblox made the filter enabled. And obviously, the exploits run free without any restriction. They destroyed any server, all that kind of stuff, right? And I was like, so what? You expect me to pay to buy this software and I can do what is necessary to be a vigilante? Just to see how it goes. He told me yes. After that, after enough of them pushing me to the limit of how people get suffering, the amount of toxicity, the amount people abuse, the concept obviously was fight fire with fire. I bought the software. I tested it out. And I was not the only one. A lot of people come towards me and say, so you recently got the software. Would you like to know how it works? After a few months of learning and understanding how the coding works and all that, I don't consider myself a coder, but at least I know the fundamentals of how its stuff works. Little stuff. Not like the experienced coders, especially the one who created Synapse. The one who made reverse engineered Roblox fucking shitty anti-system. Why do you think they update it every Wednesday? Because it's the only way to patch the fucking executors. Every Wednesday when they upgrade their servers, it's a patch of a firewall. Literally in the next day or two, it gets patched and fixed and we can exploit again. It's that easy. For some reason, Roblox does not know how to handle that kind of security. And that's why these executors still remain supreme to this day. Now
That's why there's still a lot.
there's still
of
a lot,
Synapse
and
users.
there's a lot of Synapse Louver, a lot of Sirher, a lot of there's a lot of names to it, and that's why it's easy to make a profit. That's why you see them every day. Now, obviously, in my terms of understanding, a few people gave me scripts, say you can understand how this works. This is why I ended up destroying most of the servers. Every single day, you probably end up seeing VH3 goes down dramatically. Those were me. I will admit that. I know that.
VH3 or VH2?
VH2. Remember, VH3 was not a thing.
You said BH3 on accident.
You said VH3 on accident.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So, I was the one who destroyed the servers. It was very easy thanks to Zach's lack of despiteful code. Literally anyone could destroy anything. That was until, after a few years now, we end up seeing VH3 in the progress. We've seen it. I played the alpha. And obviously I'm like, this is amazing. But I keep in the back of my mind, what about VH2 though? Is it gonna be still rotten or abandoned still?
And unfortunately it was.
Yeah. I've been doing the double life on that. Obviously, I loved promoting VH3. I like playing VH3, and I enjoy how the game works. On the other side of my life, I've been destroying toxic players, removing exploiters with fire, and obviously, I just wanted the game to die because the community was hurting itself so much, and they think that's the norm. No one should suffer from VH2 from that. I know that from the amount of people who continue assaulting. You already know these people. Jovi, Kraz, Michael, all these people. It really, really went downhill. After that, obviously, I made my map for the cathedral. Zach liked it after the remodel of what I did. Obviously, I talked to him, and he said he was looking for mods. He offered it to me, and that's how I was like, okay, sure, let's try VH3. I obviously asked him, do you think it's possible to have mod for VH2? Maybe an actual official justice, not going back behind him, right? He considered it after a while, but no reasons then until that fateful day he says, yes, I'll give you VH2 mod for now, and you can help clean the server. When I became a VH3 mod, I've realized I have to make a choice. Keep lying and do what I did, or retire. That account is 4 years offline. I've made that choice years ago. I have not touched that account. I have not touched that software. I have not done anything whatsoever. And of course, people ask why and all this, because obviously I was in a way selfish that I just wanted to do what was best.
Mhm.
After a while, obviously some people started saying I was VH2 exploiter, and of course Zach caught wind of it and all that, and there was no reason for me to deny it. I told him the truth. I told him I'm sorry for destroying your game. I'm sorry that I was not the kind of person that you expected me to be. I just thought this was the best choice, because I didn't tell him, obviously in his face, because he didn't do anything about it. He was too scared to face the community, and I don't blame him, but people were suffering. And you know what he told me then? He
What?
pardoned me. He understands that was what I did. He told me it was fine, and what's in the past is in the past.
Ironic.
I know, and I was relieved. No longer do I have to take that secret to the grave, and I'm telling you this story as well. The fact that Zayt literally pulled that screenshot shows that they are trying to discredit me several times. And in the future, when I do make a detailed video, I will confess the same story what I told you to this one as well. Well. Hamhi here, as usual. How things have become is really dramatic. I just feel bad for these people because they are pushing this narrative so hard to the point where they let Zeke's document, which, let's not forget, Zai, that she has actually contributed to this document, which is really shows that they're really getting desperate at this point, and it's kind of pathetic. The fact that they keep saying about I say that Z is female is because I know she's female. The fact that she goes around DMing people about her gender really shows how fucking ridiculous they're gonna be by shoving their gender ideology into the people's throats. Like, legitimately, no one cares, and the fact is that you keep pushing it means that you're really desperate for that kind of thing. Grow up. It's not gonna go away. You know damn well it's not gonna make any difference when you continue doing this kind of stuff. And the thing is, remember, she lectures me every time, expecting me to bow down to her. That is not how free speech works, my dear. You do not control my tongue, just like I don't control yours. It's just funny. Next one, it was the alleged VC. We all know this is cyanide, and this will be brought into a future video, which is in production, I might add. The fact that they continue thinking that I'm saying that I'm gay myself as an excuse? No. What kind of person does this? It's just I'm saying like I'm confused. I thought I was part of the community. No, that's not the case. The reason why I said how bad the LGBT is because the reason why it's stupid is because they are acting violent. It's not the first time the fucking transgender community or the gay community or the pride has continued to be this perversion, especially to children. Now, let's go for the bathroom topic. Apparently, Cyanide misheard me because she thinks I'm not saying about rights. It's just ridiculous because the thing is, I believe there should be multiple bathrooms, not just one gender neutral. And we're not talking about single space. Single space is fine. A bathroom is a bathroom, especially single space. I'm talking about big bathrooms that actually, like, you go to the beach or stadiums, those kinds of bathrooms. They think it's okay for a trans man to go to the women's bathroom knowing that women could be vulnerable and all that. But no, they don't care. They think I'm transphobic and a hateful person. And let's not forget that this is the thing is, especially with the sports, it's not fair that elite women will always been training their entire lives only to get third place and be low. What, because a trans man wants to go to the women's sports? You don't see trans women go to the men's sports, and we all know why. It's kind of pathetic how they did this kind of stuff. It's no doubt that Zai, Geo, Cyanide, and all the little social justice warriors are pulling Zach's string like a puppet. They are using him as a dog. It is unfortunate that it has come to this attention. And of course, I'm trying to defend myself because they think I'm a hateful person. Out of all my years of the VH3 server, am I really that much of a hateful person? I've done majority of the work. I am the public face of the community. And look what they did. Why do you think so many people left? Why do you think so many people left the server? Because they know that the VH3 mod team is full of tyranny, ridiculous authoritarian. It's so sad, and I feel sorry for them. Not to mention that I got recent information, which I'm frankly a little disgusted by Zach. No wonder I lost respect to him because he was raised in this kind of environment. But hey, I don't judge, but they're always judging me. And of course, in the future video, which I'm planning to do right now, I'm going to show all the screenshots that's necessary to show what exactly they're doing. So stay tuned, because remember, they are just pushing this narrative because they can't accept the fucking concept that some people will agree to disagree. And they hate that. They were willing to ban, mute, silence anyone who doesn't agree with them. It really shows how pathetic and how desperate they've become. I just feel sorry for them. But yeah, stay strong, because the thing is, they brought this to themselves. They brought it to me. It's just unfortunate that how this whole thing is. Let's not forget that Max banned me in-game. Keep in mind, I did not break any in-game rules of the VH3, yet he banned me. And wants to negotiate terms. They want me to say sorry to Geo, which is never gonna happen. More details in my future video after this one goes soon. So yeah, stay tuned. And remember, always think for yourself. Don't let anyone control your narrative, because guess what? They're just scared. They just want to be sure to have insurance, and they will do anything to get you on their side. Be what you think. And in my video, I'm not gonna tell you to pick a side. I'm not gonna tell you to be convinced. My video that's coming up soon, it's going to show my defense for my case and how pathetic and stupid those people have become. And then I leave it up to you to see who's really the bad person. Me, as they paint it as the devil for some reason, or them. Someone who just can't agree to disagree and act like babies.
And as it now, I'm gonna stop making Vampire Hunters 3 content. Zack is very antisocial person and he barely gives a damn about the community and generally what is going on in there. Almost no communication. Solo developer. As I said before, it's not a good excuse, and using college as an excuse doesn't sound that convincing either. Vampire Hunters 2 died mainly because of him, since he didn't really care about the community and didn't communicate with it at all. That is most likely how Vampire Hunters 3 going to die. I won't be surprised if I'm gonna be perm-banned from the game after this. Any recommendations from me? Leave Vampire Hunters 3 for good.